Hey y'all, it's Raising Me Too. I am back with a pivotal message. I know we're speaking on, getting better, using opportunities, and making ourselves better within our situations. But now it is so important because I have learned, not for myself personally, that they have officially started cutting and declining Section 8 payments. It's not a matter of the money being paid. It's a matter of these landlords not accepting Section 8 from tenants or these entities anymore. And so this is a huge factor. A lot of people depend on this assistance. A lot of people depend on this step up as it should be. But I think it's more of the fact that people of those circumstances respectfully typically don't value the space and time that they have or utilize it properly. So this is very vital. This is something that I've seen going on in Georgia as well as Illinois and surrounding states as well. It's happening everywhere. Certain buildings, even if you just call on a humbug, they're either limiting Section 8 or they're no longer accepting it. And so this is like, man, hey, we can't get a handout or a hand up if we need to because they're cutting not only the funding already, but they're cutting the acceptance of this form of payment. So it's not a matter of, hey, do you qualify for Section 8, or hey, you're getting let go off of Section 8 because you did a violation. It's more of, hey, of course, a property or a landlord doesn't have to accept it to begin with, but they've actually started declining the actual payments, which means they want people to pay traditional market rate rent. This is very important. We have to do something. We have to get out here. We have to start working together if feasible. We have to start going a little harder, whether that means getting certified, getting a degree, or making yourself more reputable and more marketable. This is for the families who have been on it for years and years to come, who have respectfully not increased their funds or increased their income or has not found a positive hustle to suffice. And so this is something that I've gotten word of, not for myself personally, but even if it was, take heed to the information. This lets us know that things are getting scarce as they have been and things are getting cut short. I never would have thought that I would even see on a headline or TV Section 8 budget cuts, let alone the fact that they don't want to accept the payments that were being rendered from the authority. At this point, it's like they're finding any excuse, any reason to kind of get rid of us. They're finding a reason and a pivotal reason and a way to get people who are on that assistance out of the way. And for people that are able to pay market rate rent, they're not even wanting to deal with the entity of Section 8 anymore. The landlords are just tired. The landlords are just tired. They're wanting top dollar for their property. They're wanting people to have more pride in it. And respectfully, when you're paying for something full price, you might value it and take care of it just a little more than if you had assistance. Then, if you really think about it, and when you think about the financial status of what's going on right now politically, in order for the vouchers to be sustainable enough to cover that difference or that percentage that that person cannot meet at the time, that means by default that they would have to raise the amount of the voucher that they're actually giving to the landlord. And let's be real, with these budget cuts, they're no more than likely not going to just say, hey, okay, well, starting this month or next month or whenever, hey, we're going to pay that difference of increase. Let's just say if it's $200, the likelihood of them raising that voucher percentage that they give to the property or landlord is slim to none. I heard cases where the landlords and property managers are already like saying, hey, this difference has been paid, but going forward, you're going to have to pay market rates, or here's your 60 or 30-day notice. I don't think it's right. You know what I'm saying? Give people time. And I know that a lot of people politically probably say, well, they've had time, they've had years, which I agree. Nobody can stay stagnant and still move forward in their life at the same time. And of course, if you depend on something for the rest of your life, more than likely that's going to trickle down into the other generations because the work ethic will change, the need to work will change, that lazy factor will probably populate higher. But I'm not God, I'm not judging. I do feel sorry for the ones who depend on that, specifically the ones who cannot physically work. But it also opens our minds and let us know that society is doing away with the help. Society is doing away with the aid. Everything is getting cut. SNAP or food stamps is getting cut. Medicaid percentages are getting cut. TANF rates are getting cut. Everything is getting cut. And we just have to get up and make something different happen if we can. Yes, there's certain situations into where we can't be with our loved ones or we can't mingle with people that would help us because of circumstances. But this is where it goes back to the roots of family. This is where it goes back to the roots of having those conversations about financial status and your actual executive and what you have left for your family and making things work within the family and developing a plan, because I'm telling you, I have already heard word back that they're cutting and declining Section 8 payments.